Good day everyone. In the previous video we had an interview with Skulk, getting treatment from Life Insight Center for Addictive Behavior, and what the outcome was for him after 2.5 months. Today I'm going to deliver, as promised, a little bit more in depth of the auricular detoxification. So without any further delay, we place 5 needles per ear. First needle we place is called the sympathetic point. It balances the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. What does it mean? Darwin had a theory regarding survival, fight or flight. When your stresses and traumas happen and it's emotional based, what do? You run, or do you fight, or are you indifferent? Remain centered. By placing this needle, we give you an opportunity, a non-verbal opportunity to be in the center. Releases the endorphins from your brain. Why? Make feel good drug. The best thing a doctor can tell you is, gives you a prescription of medication, go home and rest. We will put you in a restful phase. Very good and functional pharmacy in this vessel. So the endorphins from your brain will make you calm. Some people will start yawning, and that's an indication that the endorphins are actually kicking in. Supports the internal journey of recovery and helps the process of going within. Life happens, yeah. What you think is what you say, is what you do is who you will become. We think ourselves sick, or we think ourselves cured, healed. Okay. Second needle I placed is called the Shenmen. No English equivalent for the word. What does it do? Calming, relaxing and centering. Immediately you can see, just what we've discussed on point number 1, how this second needle supports the first needle. Also scatters the neurological pathways, the way that we addictively respond. So if we can use the analogy of a motherboard of a computer, that green board with the silver lines, if you press the button, it's programmed for the light to go on. Every time we press the button, the light will go on. This is how this program is programmed. If you experience your stresses and traumas, you have programmed yourself to do X, Y and Z, and you've got an outcome. So every time your life happens, stresses and traumas, which is emotional based by the way, you have programmed yourself to do X, Y and Z. Okay. Placing this needle, I give you a non-verbal opportunity to reprogram yourself to do something differently. Okay. Helps with anxiety, nervousness and relaxation. The balance of the 5 needles, I place them on organs. Which organs? Kidney, liver, lungs. Why? Western medicine, we say those are detoxification organs. We make them function in optimum pace. They will detox your body. How? Saliva, stool, urine, perspiration, etc., etc. Okay. Yet in Chinese medicine we say we think with our organs. So to explain that, if you experience love, maybe a loss of love, a lot of joy, the organ heart will be affected. If we are bitter with our own circumstances, think about bitter, what organ would be affected? Obviously gallbladder, gall being bitter. And in this case now, kidneys represents fear, liver represents anger, and the lungs represent sadness and grief. So by placing these needles on the kidney, it helps to resolve fear, helps with willpower, supports growth and development, reproduction and aging. Doesn't make you younger, but it helps you to age differently. The second organ, liver, emotions, anger and aggression, keeps the emotions and body systems moving smoothly. Your liver being the warehouse of your blood in the body. So when the energy that goes into the liver is toxic, the liver that leaves will also be toxic, and then it will spread to the rest of the body. So we have to keep the system moving smoothly. Last but not least, lungs. Helps with immunity, protects the body from disease, helps with the grieving process and letting go, and the emotions of sadness and grief. We don't think of the lungs as a detoxification organ, but yes it is. So when I detox you physically, I detox you emotionally. Isn't that amazing? If your emotions are balanced, then your second needle works, because this is all about your emotions. And then reprogram yourself. And if you reprogram ourselves in a restful state, it all works 100%. So there's a couple of other things that I do as well. The first one is then I add Rife treatment, which I will then explain more in the next video. We do EFT, emotional freedom technique, that also assists. We do acupuncture pens, which people can then obviously from time to time purchase and do their own pain management at home, and maybe some treatment for certain diseases and discomforts. So there's a couple of things that will come, and some life coaching, obviously, the way that we do it at Life Insight Center, which we regard as different. Thank you for watching.